Trump 100% defies Judge Juan Merchan's gag order in New York, challenging him to throw him in prison. Yes, I think Trump wants to go to prison. I'll explain to you why that's a good thing and will almost certainly secure him as our president. Welcome to Doug in Exile. This is where the Happy Patriots things get weird. Trump goes, I'm Nelson Mandela. And we'll read the Truth Social posts and the fallout from the liberal journalists going crazy, which is his whole point. Let's go. Okay, this is about as big as I can get it for you guys. Here's Trump on Truth Social. Crooked Judge Juan Merchan is not allowing me to talk, is taking away my First Amendment rights. He's got me gagged because he doesn't want the facts behind the gag to come out. Now, this, for Trump being a man who often has a loose grip of the truth, this is actually true. Judge Merchan does not want the facts of the case to come out, and he is gag ordering him. Specifically, he's going, you can't talk about my daughter, but his daughter, this adult age daughter, okay, it's not like she's 8 years old. This woman's in her 30s. She runs giant political campaigns, making millions of dollars for the Democrat Party. And he does not want that fact to come out. So in this case, Trump is being completely accurate. How many corrupt, biased, crooked, Joe Biden Protection Agency New York judges do I have to endure before somebody steps in? He's yelling at the Supreme Court here, guys. Step in. I had New York federal judge Lewis Kaplan with a woman, that's E. Jean Carroll, he can't even say her name, who I never knew and had nothing to do with until she used me for defamation. She used me for defamation. She did not know what day, month, or year the supposed incident took place. She knew nothing, Kaplan, a Hillary friend, need I say more, wouldn't even let my lawyers put on a proper case, made it 2 cases instead of 1, took away my American right to defend myself, and was a crazed bully as his wife and friends sat in the courthouse every day in their little roped off section and prodded him on in awe. This is that's the E. Jean Carroll one. We're going to get to Nelson Mandela in a minute. Here's another article over at MSNBC. Why it matters that Trump keeps comparing himself to Nelson Mandela. Remember, these are by liberal writers. The problem isn't just that Donald Trump keeps comparing himself to Nelson Mandela. It's his motivation that makes the rhetoric significantly worse. Now they're going into his motive. They're so terrified of Trump's motive. What about Judge Juan Merchan's motive? What about E. Jean Carroll's motive? Are you afraid of that, anybody? Motive. Does Joe Biden have a motive? If Joe Biden has a motive, someone please tell me in the chat below. Because so far, I think all of his motor functions have reduced down to just a little robot going around going, ice cream. I think that's all that's left of the cerebral cortex is the ice cream pleasure center. 6 months ago, Donald Trump held a campaign event in New Hampshire where the indicted former president suggested he was prepared to be incarcerated. You guys don't understand. I'm telling you, this is the goal with Trump. He wants to be incarcerated. Let me zoom in on this a little bit more so you can. Quote, I don't mind being Nelson Mandela because I'm doing it for a reason. A Republican told a group of followers, we've got to save our country from these fascists. Oh, that's so good. Because the left always calls Trump a fascist. And now he calls the left a fascist, which is true. They actually are fascistic. And he aligns himself with Nelson Mandela. Now, just so you guys know, Trump is getting according to polls, one of the highest percentages of black voters going for him right now. Black men, 30%. 30%. Those numbers are insane. It's historic. So for Trump to align himself with the black political figure like Nelson Mandela, who was wrongly jailed, Trump is trying to get thrown in jail And if it is, it's pure branding. Some say Martin Luther King wanted to go to Birmingham jail too for political reasons, because you become a legend when you do. Trump would just become the only president to be thrown in jail by a political opponent. Uh, he wants that branding. Now, some of my audience, you guys, my older audience are going, we can't let them put Trump in jail. What happens if Trump goes to jail? If Trump goes to jail, that'll be the best day of his political career. It's pure marketing, guys. It would be like someone donated 1 billion, probably $5 billion worth of media coverage free for Trump. He'd sit there in the orange suit. By the way, all the fellow inmates would be worshiping him and loving him and saying he's great, because they all feel like they've been mistried and falsely prosecuted. It would be the greatest moment. He's challenging. He's got Judge Mershon here. He's got him over a barrel. Judge Mershon doesn't know what to do on the pot. One of three things. Maybe you can help me in the chat. Anyways, let's get back to Trump. Here's Trump directly challenging Mershon. I'm going to make this big on the screen here for you. Page 3. Now we have Mershon, who is not allowing me to talk, thereby violating the law, the Constitution, all at once. It is so bad what he is trying to get away with. How was he even chosen for this case? I heard he fought like hell to get it, and all of the rest of them also. If this partisan hack wants to put me in the clink for speaking the open and obvious truth, I will gladly become a modern day Nelson Mandela, guys. This is branding. He's the best. He's the media king. He cares more about winning and his brand. He would become the biggest political brand ever if Mershon was dumb enough to throw him in jail. So now he's going to purposefully defy the order. Now watch. Mershon will not throw him in jail. I'll bet you, if anything, Mershon will start levying fines instead, which is a wussy way out. He's going to levy fines against him instead of throwing him in jail. He wants to just take more money. That's about all they can do, is just up it by millions. It'll be, so this is if he becomes a modern day Nelson Mandela. It'll be my great honor, all caps. We have to save our country from these political operators masquerading as prosecutors and judges, and I'm willing to sacrifice my freedom for that worthy cause. Correct. We are a failing nation, but on November 5th, we will become a great nation again. Make America great again, he says. And then he ends with that brand. He wants to go to prison so bad. He thinks it'd be great. I'm telling you, that's been the plan all along. He is challenging them. Remember, it's not Trump versus Biden. It is Trump versus the state. Trump has he launched that narrative when he first started his campaign and doubled down on it. He's not fighting Biden at all. Biden's not even conscious. How's that? He's not trying to win Biden. It is Trump is saying the state is after me. And so Biden, I don't have to even hit Biden on the economy, the border. I wish he would, but I'm saying the real thing that Trump is here to do is reform our crooked, corrupt state. What's happening in New York is actually worse than what's happening on the border. I know that's news to you guys because the mainstream media won't report it. The undermining of our legal system will create a bigger, if you know human history, it'll create a bigger bloodbath than what's happening at the border. You're about to lose the rule of law. You're about to have people not believe in the vote or democracy or the law. And I just want all the press to shut your pie because you think I'm talking about the right and I'm talking about the left. Guys, the left are about to throw out democracy. They're about to throw out the rule of law, throw out manners, throw out common dignity, throw out your fellow man, throw out judges and just say, you know what? We don't believe any of this. This was all a construct of the Enlightenment. And they're going to go full anarchist, atheist on you and just go survival of the fittest. That's why they hate the Second Amendment. I'm Doug in exile.